Hello everyone, and welcome back to KyneAndCo. Today we are exploring one of the most fascinating aspects of modern urban development, how we take the decaying relics of our industrial past and transform them into the heartbeat of a 21st century city. Architecture is more than just bricks and mortar. It is a living history, a testament to where we have been, and a blueprint for where we are going. When you look at the skyline of a major metropolis like London, New York, or Berlin, you see a constant battle between the old and the new. But some projects manage to bridge that gap in a way that is nothing short of miraculous. Take, for example, the massive industrial monuments that once powered our world. For decades, these structures stood as soot-stained giants, often overlooked or seen as eyesores once their mechanical hearts stopped beating. Many of these sites, like the famous Battersea Power Station, became iconic not just for their utility, but for their cultural impact, appearing on album covers, in films, and serving as navigational landmarks for generations. Yet, behind the fame was a reality of neglect. After operations ceased, these buildings often sat empty for half a century, victims of failed proposals and a lack of funding. The challenge of modern redevelopment is immense. It is not just about cleaning up the site. It is about creating a sustainable ecosystem that respects the past while serving the future. In the case of these industrial giants, success finally came through a blend of global investment and a multi-purpose vision. By integrating high-end retail, modern office spaces, luxury residential units, and unique tourism attractions, developers managed to breathe life back into ruins. It is a delicate balancing act that requires nearly 2 decades of planning, negotiating the competing needs of local communities, historical preservation groups, and commercial business interests. One of the most breathtaking aspects of these restorations is the preservation of interior details. Imagine stepping into a room that looks like a film set from the 1930s. Control rooms that once managed 20% of a city's electricity are now preserved as Art Deco masterpieces. Walking through these halls, you can still see the original water indicators, the manual handles, and the complex dials used to balance the electrical load of an entire city. These were the nerve centers of the industrial age, where workers manually synced generators to keep the lights on in places as vital as parliament buildings and royal palaces. What is truly remarkable is the resilience of these structures. Many of them operated through the most turbulent times in history, including world wars. They served as landmarks for pilots and survived direct hits from bombs, yet they continued to function, never letting the city go dark. This history adds a layer of depth that no modern glass skyscraper can replicate. When we repurpose these buildings, we aren't just building shops. We are preserving the grit and determination of the people who built our modern world. The scale of such redevelopments is staggering. At the peak of construction, a single site might employ over 4,000 workers and utilize dozens of massive cranes simultaneously. It is a feat of engineering that rivals the original construction. But the ultimate lesson for the future is the importance of partnership. To save our heritage, we must make it fit for the 21st century. We cannot simply leave buildings as empty museums. We must integrate them into the daily lives of the public. As we look forward, the success of these projects serves as a template for cities worldwide. They prove that we don't have to choose between progress and preservation. We can have both. We can walk through a mall that feels like a cathedral of industry, or live in an apartment where the walls could tell stories of a century ago. This is the new era of urban design, a world where the past isn't just remembered but is actively participating in our future. Thank you for watching KyneAndCo. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the transformation of our urban landscapes, make sure to like and subscribe for more stories on how our world is being reshaped. Every building has a story, and we are here to tell them. See you in the next one.